Good boy. Okay. So now, and if I have to put my hand in the bucket, I can. But if I can just do it without putting my hand in the bucket, I would rather not. I would rather be able to just rest my arm there and have him kind of come up with the right answer. Now, do you guys notice it twice? I clicked the down, and now he's kind of got down in there. So I'm going to move up here a little bit and switch position. There we go. Excellent. So you see my sharp movements is creating a little bit of a flinch in there. And that's just, he's kind of like thinking, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're about. And it's called trigger stacking. It's adrenaline on top of adrenaline. So I want to, I kind of recognize it, and I'm not, that's fine. A lot of horses do not understand why the lady's in here doing stuff. Hi. And what I like there, you can see him look at me and take his head back away and just go, oh, I'm not going over here. He's putting together that this works, but the other, not so much. Now, it doesn't mean when I come back in that they remember it all 100%. And, okay, do you also notice now I'm not actually covering the bucket. I'm now just have my hand resting in front of the bucket, which is ideally, I don't want to have to go around guarding this thing. I want them to kind of get the idea that the food comes to me, I don't go to the food. Hi, little guy. Nicely done. Now, one of the things that is a big, you marine mammal people know this, with positive reinforcement, they tend to raise their own criteria. He is doing that right now. So I haven't asked him to turn his head that far away. He is giving me more of it, more of it, more of it. So watch as we, I don't want to be greedy trainer syndrome though, which we all get sometimes. All right. And again, I just noticed that the head was down on that time. I'm not going to be a stickler about it, but I want to be careful that I don't chain that in as a superstitious behavior that they think is part of the criteria if I don't want it to be. Okay. And I try to keep everything in me that's soft and because again, these guys, they don't have verbal language. So what they do, they know our habits and our body language and our little movements way better than we even are aware of what we're doing. So I conscientiously am trying to stand that says I got no big plans, because I want them in this early stage of the game to feel the relaxation and not some kind of intent agenda. So I want to feel like, well, I guess that's all we're doing, because I want relaxation to be a part of his world, so of what we're doing. So I want to kind of be that way myself. So I just, there was a horse that, or there was a person in the United States that she would bring the horses out to work with them, and it looked like she was doing everything right, but the horses would walk away, walk away, walk away, walk away, and I thought, I don't know what's, and I would step in, they would stay right with me, and I get back out and they'd walk away. So I realized that somehow in there, she kind of had an agenda that they sensed. They could tell, you're a little tense, and it didn't look like anything on the outside. And see, that's really ideally what I want. It's just keeping their heads to themselves, so I don't need to be picky. But did you notice his head's going up a little bit higher? So instead of it being, so I don't want it all the way down, but that a little bit higher can be a little bit more tension coming in. It could also be him. And did you see when he sniffed my hands? I didn't do anything. I just said, yeah, you can sniff my hands. If I felt like it turned lippy, I might kind of move my hand a little flatter or move it away. But by and large, I don't mind if he gets to know who I am. It's part of him figuring out this process and about the human that's in here with him. Hi, sweetie. Come on up here.